super excited to be participating in this Homesteader Tag that they started over at the Crepe Myrtle Homestead. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I have a list of questions right here, and I'm going to get started. What inspired you to start homesteading? I think homesteading kind of happened by mistake, honestly, and it's not until recently that I started to consider myself a homesteader. I kind of felt like I was just a person with backyard chickens, but originally me and my husband got married really young. We lived in an apartment and things like that, and then we finally built our first house, and we went the traditional like cookie cutter neighborhood, HOA, really nice streets. Everybody lived this close together, and great schools and all that, and it was fine. We liked it. We can live like that. We thrived there. But I decided that I wanted some chickens, and our county had just made it legal so that everybody could have, no matter where you lived, 6 hens, no roosters. And I was stoked. So the caveat was that if you had an HOA, they could overrule it. So I looked into my neighborhood HOA, and it said no chickens. So I called them up and was like, there's this new law. Can I get some chickens? They basically laughed in my face, like, why would you want to do that? So I tried to get some neighbors together and figured if everybody wanted to do it, then, we could change the rule at the next HOA meeting. Nobody wanted to do it. I was like the only crazy that wanted chickens. And so I was like, whenever we move, never again. I will never live in an HOA. I want to be able to have chickens. And so then I got this kind of fire lit under my feet that I was going to have chickens, and I was going to have them soon. So within, I'd say it was 3 years that I had been wanting chickens. But as soon as we started toying around with the idea of wanting to move, I was like, I called the realtor and was like, we need 4 bedrooms, and I need to be able to have chickens. Those were the only requirements. He thought I was joking, but I was not joking. I needed a 4-bedroom house, and I needed to be able to have chickens. He was like, do you want this? Do you want that? I was like, I want chickens. That's it. So he'd call me with these great listings and I'd be like, HOA, can I have chickens? Yes, you can. No, you can't. And that is how we picked this house. And this house kind of found us. I wasn't really looking for this house. I wasn't going to look at this house. I just came across it, and it was perfect and wonderful. And we don't have a huge property. It's not really a property. I always say it's a postage stamp size plot. It's half an acre, a little bit over half an acre, but it's perfect for us. So I got my chickens, and then we started, going from there. I always tell people, and people always tell me, chickens are the gateway farm animal. Once you get chickens, you have to have something else. So it kind of just fell into my lap. Let's see, the next question is, are you completely off the grid, or do you have some modern conveniences? No, we are pretty on the grid. We homestead for fun, for a passion. We are on the grid. I am within walking distance of a Target and a grocery store and a lot of other stuff, because in a hospital, because my kids have really bad allergies and asthma, and I need to be close to a hospital. I don't think in this season of life and that I could be off the grid. And I don't know if I could ever be off the grid, but certainly not while I had young children. Maybe if me and my husband in our retirement got a wild hair and decided to go off the grid, maybe, but I'm just not that girl. But I mean, hey, if you like it, if you can do it, totally go for it. I think it's amazing and wonderful. I'm not that girl. You can't even get me to go camping, but I want to try. Question number 3. Do you have a garden? If so, raised or in grounds? Do I have a garden? Not yet, almost. It will be a raised bed because I want to be able to control the soil, and our ground has a lot of potato-sized rocks in it, and it's kind of sandy and gross. But the story here is I have been trying to grow a garden every day or every year of my life since I was 8 years old, so a million years. And I've just never been successful. I have brown thumbs, figuratively and literally brown thumbs, and I have not been able to do it. I was successful for the most part 1 year, and then we got these parasitic tomato hornworms, and I told my husband, I was like, come home today and rip it out, or I'm gonna burn it down. because they just looked so gross. I couldn't deal with it. It wasn't the fact that I had tomato hornworms. It was the fact that I believe it's a wasp that lays its eggs on top of them and kills the poor tomato hornworm kind of from the outside in. And I couldn't do it. So we're trying to get this year. I'm going to use my ducks as pest control, and you know, hopefully it goes a little better. But ugh. So, do you homeschool? No. I would love to. I think it's wonderful. In the perfect world, I would do it. If we lived further out in a place with more land, I absolutely would. The reason that we live where we live is because our school system is amazing. Our public school system is wonderful. If we lived anywhere else, even 15 minutes either direction of where we live, I would homeschool my children 100%. But we live in a fantastic school district with a fantastic community, and almost every school in the school district in the county is wonderful. There's one or two schools that I probably wouldn't let my kids go to, and if we lived there, I would homeschool them. But where we live is like just an amazing community, and I really love it. I did homeschool my second daughter for preschool before she went to public school, and it was wonderful and I loved it. But because I was pregnant and then on bed rest, and then I had another baby and was on bed rest, it just wasn't something that worked out for our walk. But I would love to do it, and I think it's amazing for everyone who does. How many animals do you have? Right now I have 18 hens. I'm pretty sure it's 18, and I have 5 ducks. We do have 6 baby chicks and 3 ducks coming next week, so we'll add that to that number. And then on Sunday we'll be getting 2 does. They're both pregnant, and we will be starting our dairy journey. So I am super, super excited. I love goats. They're Nigerian dwarfs. Do you prefer goat milk or cow milk? So this is hilarious because I just said what I said, but I have never had goat's milk. And to be honest, I don't like milk. Like, I don't drink milk. I will put it in cereal, or I'll use like coconut milk or something like that. But I don't like milk. I don't drink it. I don't just drink it. I mean, I cook with it, I use it, but I don't like it. So neither one. I don't just drink milk. It's not a thing. But so my husband was like, if we get these goats and the milk is gross, like, I will never let you live it down. But I mean, ice cream, yogurt, cheese, soap, like, it'll be worth it. It's just, you know, a pet with benefits. That's what I love. A pet that doesn't just, you know, have you take care of it, but they give you something back. Chickens, goats, they're pets with benefits. It's worth it. Does your homestead make money, and if so, how? It kind of pays for itself, I guess you would say. We're at a point where the eggs pay for the chicken's food, and we're hoping the same way that the milk and the goat's products will pay for their food. And we don't have to put a whole lot in it ourselves now that they're starting to produce. Before that, we weren't making anything, and we were using, you know, our one income, my husband's income, to kind of do the startup. But now that the girls are laying and things like that, we're basically, as far as homestead costs go, breaking even in that department. But hopefully we'll get to a point where it's making more. Advice would you give a new homesteader? I am a new homesteader, so I'll take all the advice, please. I would say, I would say it has to be a passion. That was something someone else said, and that's absolutely true. If you don't like it, you're not gonna like it at 3 a.m. when you're running outside because you hear something got in your chicken coop. You're not gonna like it when you're schlepping 5-gallon buckets of water to the coop because your hose is frozen. You're not gonna like it when you're digging post holes and repairing fences. You're not gonna like it when there's a rooster crowing. If you don't like it on the best day, you are not gonna like it on the worst day. Also, try to make sure you and your significant other are on the same page about it. They might not love it, they might not want to do it, but if they just hate it, it's gonna stink if you get sick and the goat still needs to be milked and they are begrudgingly going out there to do it for you. Trying to make sure everybody knows how to do every job, even if there's only one person who does it most of the time, because if they don't know how to do it and something happens to you and you can't do it, then everything kind of comes to a standstill. I'd also say beware chicken math. You might think you're only getting 6 hens, but when you open up the website or you go into Tractor Supply and you hear the peeping, you have 20 chicks, and then the next season you'll add some, and the next season you'll add some. You'll have 50 chickens and have no idea what happens. They are a gateway farm animal. And other advice, have fun. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of online forums, and some people take it a lot more seriously than other people. And there's the people who have their animals for homestead purposes, where they treat them less like pets and more like, you know, part of a business. And there's the people who do it as pets, and they have these lofty goals and standards, and anything less than that is animal abuse, and you get so wrapped up trying to keep up with what everybody's saying and try to do everything perfect that you get so stressed out you're convinced that you can't do it. But you can do it. It's not that hard. There's definitely things that you have to do and things that must be done, but you can fit it into your lifestyle and make it work. Go out, do your homesteading, and love it, and it'll be the most wonderful experience. I have been happier in these past few months than I've been my entire life, and I have a happy life. Like, I'm always happy, but this has just been blissful. I could really not be happier with the way my life's going right now. I enjoy seeing my kids get out there and see the animals and see where their food comes from, having fresh food, and just the excitement in their faces. Every day is a surprise. Every day is an Easter egg hunt. It's just really nice. This isn't how I think I expected to raise my family. I think 10 years ago when I graduated, if you had told me this is how it's going to be raising my family, I didn't think so. I wanted to leave this small town. I wanted to go to a city. I thought in my head I was the city girl, and I'm not. I don't do well in the city. Even small cities, I get confused. I get lost. I don't do public transportation well. It's not my scene. So, you know, 2 years away, and I wasn't even in the city, but just living out of my home county, and I came right back, and now I'm homesteading it up here, and I love it, and my children love it, and it's wonderful. So that would be my advice. Don't take it too seriously and just enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for watching this tag. I don't know 3 homesteaders right off the top, so I'm gonna have to leave my tags down below. But if you like this video and you want to do the tag, don't wait for me to tag you. Go ahead and tag your video and drop it down below so I can watch it, because I love these questions. Thank you so much to the Crepe Myrtle Homestead for coming up with this and tagging me on Instagram. I can't wait to see everybody's videos. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and as always, happy flocking.